weight limit. Whether we go to 6, different story. 9 KOs in 11 wins
So you game, hold
so far.
another point, okay? And then the next one will be disqualification. Big.
Just looking a little more composed, Tomlinson.
Punch out, punch out.
Not lunging forward as he may have in the opening round or round and a half. Shorter steps.
Yeah, you're right, Andy. He seems to have settled down a little bit, and Esperanza, he's he's fell into a he's come to make the fight messy. He's going to lose another point.
1 point, holding. 1 point, holding. 1 point. Next time he's qualified.
This is tough on Will because he's doing all he can do. He's doing his job. This other kid, he's
It's tough on Will. I also think 2 points off Ramon is a little tough as well, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought that was a tough point, then. Definitely.
I think a lot of it's his style of fighting, he's just bending to get out of the way, and he's been tagged with the big right hand.
Lovely, Will. Right down the middle.
It's the way the theory books say you should tackle the left-hander, go straight down the pipe.
Last one. Let's go.
The referee wants to disqualify him. I'm telling you now. He's going to disqualify him. And if he does, it's at least get over there and tell the blokes in between rounds. You can't understand English.
Yeah. Very scrappy customer. Maybe he's used to the back streets of Paraguay. And not the professional ring here in Western Sydney. As a huge lunge from Will Tomlinson. Gee, the look on his face, I thought he'd torn a hamstring or something like that.
I thought there was an injury.
I know.
He's probably just dirty himself that it didn't land.
Another one of the next generation.
I'd like to see Will just, find him a little bit with the front hand, a little bit, and then when he throws the right, step off outside the front foot. He'll get that right hand through a lot better. He's rushing a little bit from a bit too far out, and I think if he could just creep a bit closer before he lets his punches go.
End of the round number 3. So we are halfway home if, in fact, we are going to the judges' scorecards. That would seem unlikely at this point.
I don't think we're going to judges' scorecards.
Bottom line, the more you run around, I'm telling you, they're going to disqualify him. And what happens is,
Will went and did some sparring with Yuri Kuris Gamboa, the current WBA world champ. I think he's lightweight world champion.
Yeah, he is. He just defended his title in Germany.
Trains with my old coach, Ismail Salas, and Will went over to America and sparred with him for about, I don't know a whole heap of the guys, for about 2 or 3 months, I think it was. And I think he's stepped up a level or 2 since then. That was probably better than some of the fights he's been in. Apart from the Verquan one, that was a big step up, and he just demolished the kid.
He come prepared that night, that's for sure.
I think Will will be fighting for a world title, within 12 months.
Yeah, I agree.
The way he's going.
It's a division where there's plenty of opportunity on a global basis, not necessarily solely dominated in the United States, where it is often difficult to get recognition if you're not from the United States, but the lightweight division has guns all over the joint.
He's got a good following too from where he is in Victoria. He's got a good following Australia-wide, but especially in Victoria, he's got a very good following. And he's an exciting kid. He's very exciting to watch. He lets him go. He holds that name Wild Will. It's a pretty good name for him.
Yeah, definitely. I think this fight's probably just
disqualification here. And there's a few heads being scratched around the auditorium, including from the red corner.
Including the commentator sitting right in the seat here, mate. That shouldn't have been called off. It should have let it go on.
No,
the crowd don't want to see that. I know rules are rules, I understand that, but come on, man. It was a pretty rough fight for both of them. They were both give and take a little bit. It's a fight.
There was nothing nasty in what was happening. It wasn't elbows, headbutts, etc.
Mate, he was just hanging on for his life.
Mate, one of our successful fighters in our country at the moment that's his style of fighting. You know, Garth Wood, he fights that style and it works well for him, and he upsets the opponents and he gets the wins, you know, and, you know, so be it. That's boxing. At the end of the day, they weren't major fouls.
It's just disappointing when you put that much work in, Chris. You know, in the gym, you work your guts out. For it to be disqualified with it's an inconclusive finish.
Yeah.
Will won every round. He won the fight, but it was turning into be a, you know, I think Will was going to take care of him eventually. He was taking his will, he was taking his heart. Good effort, Will Tomlinson. Just, it sucks it has to finish that way for him and his camp.
Yeah, it certainly does. We take a look at some of Will's finer moments and some of Ramon's moments he would rather forget. And Anthony Shipley stepping in there. 2 points were deducted individually. The warnings were there. Do it again, and it's over. And it's over. That's as simple as that. Let's go to Rick Powell for the announcement.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as Anthony Shipley enters centre ring and calls our fighters to the centre ring, ladies and gentlemen, in 51 seconds of round number 4, the fighter Esperanza has been disqualified for excessive holding. Your winner from the blue corner, Wild Will Tomlinson.
Wild Will Tomlinson, another victory, make it 13 in what is becoming one of Australian boxing's better stories.